Welcome back one and all. Thank you so much for joining us here on Gameyaaad TV. Now in this video we will be looking on the two test match to be played between West Indies and India. Now West Indies would have published their 15-man squad yesterday, so we will be looking on the talking points coming out of that published squad. The Indians have not published their test squad as yet, because I think they are still sorting out their selection committee, where a few members would need to be selected. Believe Ajit Agakar is still on the committee, but they need to select a few more selectors. Now, I mean, this test series, it's not about bragging, right? The truth of the matter is the prediction is going in favor of India, and that is no surprise, right? 12 points would be up for grabs in this two test match series, and we know that these matches are very crucial to the 2025 to 2027 World Test Championship cycle. Now, India will want to keep tabs on Australia, who are currently leading the table, and Sri Lanka, who is currently sitting at number 2, and India is currently at number 3. West Indies is sitting at the base of the table without any points. As you know, West Indies would have been beaten at home 3-0 by Australia. And I think the talking point out of that series would have been, that 27 all out by the West Indies in the second innings at Sabina Park, where, Scott Boland and Mitchell Starc would have ripped through the batting order of the West Indies. Now, another talking point coming out of that series, I mean the series would have been overshadowed by that 27 all out. But our bowlers, especially Shamar Joseph, Alzari Joseph, and Jaden Seals, they were exceptional in that series. And to be honest with you, it's the first time I would have seen our bowlers for a long time. All of them would have bowled really well in a series. So that was one of the talking points coming out of that series. So with India, they would have played England a few weeks ago, and that series would have been drawn 2-2, right? And I think Shubman Gill was superb in that. He was in sublime form in that series. Rahul and Yashasvi Jaiswal would have been playing really well in that series. Rishabh Pant would have picked up an injury. He was struck on his toe, and I think he's still recovering, so I don't believe that he will be a part of this series. But let us see. Jagadishan is, I guess he would be, or Duke Jurel would be the replacement for Rishabh Pant in the event that he's unable to play in this series. Jagadishan, he would have made a brilliant 197 in the semi-final of the Duleep Trophy between his team and North Zone. So he may be the first choice keeper in the event that Rishabh Pant is unavailable. The cricketing world turned their attention on October 2 to Ahmedabad, where West Indies and India will lock horns. And I mean, the prediction is in favor of India, but Test cricket is a game of uncertainty, and that's why the sport is so compelling, because there's so much unpredictability where Test cricket is concerned. A lapse in concentration, a moment of brilliance, or even a sudden change in the pitch condition can turn a game on its head, right? So while the prediction points to India as victors, the beauty of the game lies in its unpredictability. Stay tuned to Gameyaaad TV as we will be unraveling the squad selected by Darren Sammy and Cricket West Indies. Welcome back. As you know, currently going on in the subcontinent is the Asian Cup, and if India were to go to the final, it means that, you know, Shubman Gill, Bumrah would have, you know, 3-day turnaround time, because because the final is scheduled to be played on September 28th. So if in India were to go to the final, it means that Shubman Gill, Bumrah may not be available for the first test, which is scheduled to begin on October 2. Now, is it possible that this could be, you know, what I would say a chance for the West Indies to win or even to draw this first test? You can share your thoughts down in the comment section. Now, so that's a possibility that, you know, West Indies, you know, can, you know, be, you know, more competitive in this first test. And I do not believe that Bumrah will be, you know, selected for this series. I think they will be managing his workload, because after this series they have, you know, Australia to play, also South Africa in another series. So they have a lot of cricket up to the end of the year. So I suspect that they will want to rest Bumrah for this series. Now, West Indies would have published the squad, 15-man squad to be played in India, and the squad is as follows: Roston Chase, captain; Jamel Warrican, vice captain; Brandon King, John Campbell, Tagenarine, Chanderpaul, Alick, Athanaze, Shea Hope, Tevin Imlach, Jaden Seals, Alzari Joseph, Anderson Phillips, Khary Pierre, Justin Graves, Shamar Joseph, Kevlan Anderson. Now, the talking points coming out of this squad would be, I mean, there are some, you know, obvious talking points. For example, Craig Brathwaite was not, you know, considered, and I know there would have been some talk surrounding Craig Brathwaite after he was dropped from the team in the third test against Australia that was played at Sabina Park, and I think the writing was on the wall when he was dropped for that test match. Now, is it that Craig Brathwaite is finished with Test cricket? Not sure. He has not, you know, publicly said anything, so we will, you know, leave it at that. So we suspect that he was just dropped for this series. Now, in terms of Tagenarine and Chanderpaul, not sure what's the basis for his selection, because he has not played any real competitive cricket for this year. I think he had only played 3 matches in the West Indies Championship, and I think he amassed only 190 runs. I'm not sure if that, you know, that amount of runs make him eligible, but it just shows that, you know, our depth in our Test cricket pool is very limited, because I mean, Mikael Louis and Brathwaite are now, you know, out of favor. So I think he's the only obvious choice that is available, right? So I think probably that is why, you know, he would have, you know, been selected. And the only big score I can remember Tagenarine and Chanderpaul would have scored was that double century versus Zimbabwe. Now, I mean, he has the temperament to bat long, and I think we need somebody like that to bat at the top. I mean, Craig Brathwaite, we know him for that, but he has been out of touch for quite a while now. So I think, I mean, it's not, you know, it's not a surprise that Craig Brathwaite was dropped. You know, he has not been scoring, you know, a lot of runs in recent time for the West Indies. So I still don't believe that, you know, Chanderpaul should have been selected. But I think, as I said, the pool is very limited, so I think he's the obvious choice with Brathwaite and Mikhail Louis out of contention. Now, Khary Pierre was selected ahead of Gudakish Moti, and in the press release published by Cricket West Indies, they would have mentioned that they are resting Gudakish Moti for the upcoming white ball series, and also the T20 World Cup is around the corner. And I think that's a horrible statement for me, to be honest with you. And it just suggests to me that West Indies is more, you know, concerned about their white ball rather than red ball, right? Because I can't see how come you have your second best test spinner is being, you know, rested for white ball cricket when we have, you know, a test series like this at stake, right? I can understand that Gudakish would have been, you know, playing a lot of cricket, and if you can remember, he was selected for the, you know, South Africa T20. He was selected in the draft, so he will be playing also SA20 cricket, right? But I would prefer to see, you know, Gudakish Moti playing in this India series. Now, Khary Pierre selection is not a bad selection, to be honest with you. Khary Pierre has been our best bowler in the West Indies Championship. He has, you know, taken 41 wickets, right? And I think he deserves a chance at this level, to be honest with you. So I am not, you know, I do not have any, you know, concern about his, you know, selection. I think he has been, you know, bowling really well in the domestic tournament. Now, in terms of West Indies would have brought, you know, 4 fast bowlers to India. I'm not sure if I am in agreement with this, given that, you know, spin bowling is, you know, better in the subcontinents. I know that we would have brought 2 specialist spinners in relation to, you know, Warwican and also Khary Pierre, and Roston Chase is there also to give us some part-time spin bowling. But I'm not sure if we should have, you know, carry 4 fast bowlers with us, right? Probably we should have selected another all-rounder or another batter, you know, to bolster our batting. If we look back even on the Australia series, right, our batting would have been our main issue, right? So I am thinking that we should have brought another batter or another all-rounder to kind of bolster our batting order, right? So for me in this series, I think our main concern, we should try to bowl out the Indians in all the innings, right? I think we have the bowling to do so. In terms of you know, batting, we need to be batting out, you know, even one session. So these are the little things that we need to be doing. We need to be feeling, you know, very well. I would want to see at least 3 of our top orders get, you know, half centuries in this series, and even one to go on to score a big 100. So I'm not asking for a lot in this series, but I just want to see West Indies being improved series by series, right? So I really need to see some improvement, especially in our batting, right? We need a few players to get, you know, half centuries, and even one to get a century. So I'm not asking for a lot from our players, but I hope that, you know, we will, you know, do well in this series, regardless if we you know, would have lost the series 2-0. But I really want to see, you know, some improvements, and I would, you know, be satisfied if we would have seen, you know, some improvements, especially from our batting order. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will leave it here for now. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, turn on that post notification bell so that you can be notified whenever content would have been uploaded on the channel. please remember to hit that like button, share the video with your friends and families, and please remember to join us on the other social media platforms. Thank you again, and we will see you in the next video.